It's sort of your time to take advantage of being a student again. The best way to prepare is really to take the opportunities that you get during the MBA program, because you're really being a student, and I think that gives you a lot of leeway in terms of going to talk to people, asking for time around information interviews. Also, the school makes a lot of opportunities available to you. I know I bring in executives from the healthcare community to talk to MBA students that are involved in the healthcare program or have an interest, and I know they latch onto them and they continue the conversation after I bring them in. And so obviously you need to take advantage of all those opportunities, but also don't be afraid to call leaders in an organization and ask for an information interview, and also explain to them what things they're interested in, and they may not talk to you directly, but refer you to someone in their organization. As a system, the healthcare system sees that it needs to mentor new entrants into the field, and so I believe you'll get a very open reception to that. One of the things that I see in the healthcare system right now is a tremendous amount of change, and so whether it's organizations that are working together around some integration activity, whether it's internal change around a new system, new IT system, whether it's a new structure that organizations are looking at, whether they want to improve their customer service, their patient orientation, and all of these things require a very strong understanding of how do you manage the change. And I think this is one area that if MBA students are really interested in it, there would be a lot of opportunity, because there's a natural tendency to just do it and not do it right always, and really that understanding of the behavioral side and the dynamics of change, and how do you manage it, and how do you evolve a culture to be different in the context of these major changes that are occurring, like an integration or a new business system, or working together to facilitate a combined opportunity to work together when organizations want to do that. It's a different way of working. It's working across versus working hierarchically. These are the kinds of things that if an MBA student really wanted to initiate their understanding of organizational development, organizational change, I do think it's a big need, and they would be very, very busy in assisting organizations to do that, both internally and potentially through consulting and project management. So all of these skill sets are very needed right now as the system is changing, and you have these major evolutions for organizations to work differently. You can also volunteer. So all the hospitals, I know we had a very active volunteer department at the academic teaching institution I worked in, and we brought in students every year. We also brought in summer students every year, so those are fantastic opportunities, to see if you like the environment and how you can shine in those environments, because if you do well there, then very often you'll be brought on for permanent employment. But I think the best way to do it is really to get in the door and get an opportunity over summertime between the 2 years of the program, or go as a volunteer, or some of the consulting work that you could do through one of the programs you have here. At least then it allows you to connect with people, and those connections can lead to other connections. But other than that, it's usual course of business in terms of looking for a job, but it's really nice to have those opportunities to have been inside and know what those organizations feel like, what their culture is like, and where you can add value, because once you're in there, it's easier to identify where you might be able to help and then go talk to individuals within an organization.